concealed the facts. It sought to stonewall and block this information from becoming public, including to this committee when Senator Blackburn and I specifically asked the company. And still, even now, as of just last Thursday, when a Facebook witness came before this committee, it has refused disclosure or even to tell us when it might decide whether to disclose additional documents. And they've continued their tactics even after they knew the destruction it caused. It isn't just that they made money from these practices, but they continued to profit from them. Their profit was more important than the pain that they caused. Last Thursday, the message from Ms. Antigone Davis, Facebook's global head of safety, was simple. Quote, "This research is not a bombshell," end quote. And she repeated the line, "Not a bombshell." Well, this research is the very definition of a bombshell. Facebook and big tech are facing a big tobacco moment, a moment of reckoning. The parallel is striking. I sued Big Tobacco as Connecticut's Attorney General. I helped to lead the states in that legal action, and I remember very, very well the moment in the course of our litigation when we learned of those files that showed not only that Big Tobacco knew that its product caused cancer, but that they had done the research, they concealed the files, and now we knew, and the world knew. And big tech now faces that Big Tobacco jaw-dropping moment of truth. It is documented proof that Facebook knows its products can be addictive and toxic to children. And it's not just that they made money, again, it's that they valued their profit more than the pain that they caused to children and their families. The damage to self-interest and self-worth inflicted by Facebook today will haunt a generation. Feelings of inadequacy and insecurity, rejection, and self-hatred will impact this generation for years to come. Our children are the ones who are victims. Teens today, looking at themselves in the mirror, feel doubt and insecurity. Mark Zuckerberg ought to be looking at himself in the mirror today. And yet, rather than taking responsibility and showing leadership, Mr. Zuckerberg is going sailing. His new modus operandi, no apologies, no admission, no action, nothing to see here. Mark Zuckerberg, you need to come before this committee. You need to explain to Frances Haugen, to us, to the world, and to the parents of America what you were doing and why you did it. Instagram's business model is pretty straightforward. More eyeballs, more dollars. Everything Facebook does is to add more users and keep them on their apps for longer. In order to hook us, Instagram uses our private information to precisely target us with content and recommendations, assessing that what will provoke a reaction will keep us scrolling. Far too often, these recommendations encourage our most destructive and dangerous behaviors. As we showed on Thursday, we created a fake account, my office and I did, as a teen interested in extreme dieting and eating disorders. Instagram latched onto that teenager's initial insecurities. It then pushed more content and recommendations, glorifying eating disorders. That's how Instagram's algorithms can push teens into darker and darker places. Facebook's own researchers called it Instagram's, quote, perfect storm, exacerbating downward spirals. Facebook, as you have put it, Ms. Haugen, so powerfully, maximizes profits and ignores pain. Facebook's failure to acknowledge and to act makes it morally bankrupt. Again and again, Facebook rejected reforms recommended by its own researchers. Last week, Ms. Davis said, quote, "We're looking at," end quote. No specific plans, no commitments, only vague platitudes. These documents that you have revealed provided this company with a blueprint for reform. It provided specific recommendations that could have made Facebook and Instagram safer. The company repeatedly ignored those recommendations from its own researchers that would have made Facebook and Instagram safer. Facebook researchers have suggested changing their recommendations to stop promoting accounts known to encourage dangerous body comparison. Addictive tactics that Facebook uses to exploit children. Parents deserve better tools to protect their children. I'm also a firm supporter of reforming Section 230. We should consider narrowing this sweeping immunity when platforms' algorithms amplify illegal conduct. You've commented on this in your testimony, and perhaps you'll expand on it. We have also heard compelling recommendations about requiring disclosures of research and independent reviews of these platforms' algorithms, and I plan to pursue these ideas. The Securities and Exchange Commission should investigate your contentions and claims, Ms. Haugen, and so should the Federal Trade Commission. Facebook appears to have misled the public and investors, and if that's correct, it ought to face real penalties as a result of that misleading and deceptive misrepresentation. I want to thank all my colleagues who are here today, because what we have is a bipartisan congressional roadmap for reform that will safeguard and protect children from big tech. That will be a focus of our subcommittee moving forward, and it will continue to be bipartisan. And finally, I'll just end on this note. In the past weeks and days, parents have contacted me with their stories, heartbreaking and spine-chilling stories about children pushed into eating disorders, bullying online, self-injury of the most disturbing kind, and sometimes even taking their lives because of social media. Parents are holding Facebook accountable because of your bravery, Ms. Haugen, and we need to hold accountable Facebook and all big tech as well. Again, my thanks to you. I am going to enter into the record a letter from 52 state attorneys general and from 2 members of the Youth Advisory Board of Sandy Hook Promise, as long as there's no objection. And I will now turn to the ranking member, Senator Blackburn.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you for entering that letter in the record that we have from our state's attorneys general. Good morning to everyone. It is nice to see people in this hearing room and to be here for the hearing today. Ms. Haugen, we thank you for your appearance before us today and for giving the opportunity not only for Congress, but for the American people to hear from you in this setting, and we appreciate that. Mr. Chairman, I think also thanks to you and your staff that have worked with our team to make certain that we had this hearing and this opportunity today so that we can get more insights into what Facebook is actually doing as they invade the privacy not only of adults, but of children. And look at the ways that they are in violation of the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, which is federal law. And looking at how they are evading that law and working around it. And as the chairman said, privacy and online privacy, passing a federal privacy standard has been long in the works. I filed my first privacy bill when I was in the House back in 2012, and I think that it will be this Congress and this subcommittee that is going to lead the way to online privacy, data security, Section 230 reforms, and of course, Senator Klobuchar always wants to talk about antitrust. And I have to give a nod. Senator Markey is down there. When we were in the House, we were probably two of the only ones who were talking about the need to have a federal privacy standard. Now, as the chairman mentioned, last week we heard from Ms. Davis, who heads global safety for Facebook. And it was surprising to us that what she tried to do was to minimize the information that was in these documents, to minimize the research, and to minimize the knowledge that Facebook had. At one point, I even reminded her the research was not third-party research. The research was there, Facebook's internal research. So they knew what they were doing. They knew where the violations were. And they know they are guilty. They know this. Their research tells them this. Last week, in advance of our hearing, Facebook released 2 studies and said that the Wall Street Journal was all wrong. They had just gotten it wrong, as if the Wall Street Journal did not know how to read these documents and how to work through this research. Having seen the data that you've presented and the other studies that Facebook did not publicly share, I feel pretty confident that it's Facebook who has done the misrepresenting to this committee. Here are some of the numbers that Facebook chose not to share. And Mr. Chairman, I think it's important that we look at these as we talk about the setting for this hearing, what we learned last week, what you and I have been learning over the past 3 years about big tech and Facebook. And here you go, 66% of teen girls on Instagram and 40% of teen boys experience negative social comparisons. This is Facebook's research. 52% of teen girls who experienced negative social comparison on Instagram said it was caused by images related to beauty. Social comparison is worse on Instagram because it is perceived as real life, but based on celebrity standards. Social comparison mimics the grief cycle and includes a downward emotional spiral encompassing a range of emotions from jealousy to self-proclaimed body dysmorphia. Facebook addiction, which Facebook calls conveniently problematic use, is most severe in teens, peaking at age 14. Here's what else we know. Facebook is not interested in making significant changes to improve kids' safety on their platforms, at least not when that would result in losing eyeballs on posts or decreasing their ad revenues. In fact, Facebook is running scared, as they know that, in their own words, young adults are less active and less engaged on Facebook, and that they are running out of teens to add to Instagram. So teens are looking at other platforms like TikTok, and Facebook is only making those changes that add to its users' numbers and ultimately its profits. Follow the money. So what are these changes? Allowing users to create multiple accounts that Facebook Facebook does not delete, and encouraging teens to create second accounts they can hide from their parents. They are also studying younger and younger children, as young as 8, so that they can market to them. And while Ms. Davis says that kids below 13 are not allowed on Facebook or Instagram, we know that they are, because she told us that they recently had deleted 600,000 accounts from children under age 13. So how do you get that many underage accounts if you aren't turning a blind eye to them in the first place? And then in order to try to clean it up, you go to delete it, and then you say, oh, by the way, we just in the last month deleted 600,000 underage accounts. And speaking of turning a blind eye, Facebook turns a blind eye to user privacy. News broke yesterday that the private data of over 1.5 billion, that's right, 1.5 billion Facebook users is being sold on a hacking forum. That's its biggest data breach to date. Examples like this underscore my strong concerns about Facebook collecting the data of kids and teens and what they are doing with it. Facebook also turns a blind eye toward blatant human exploitation taking place on its platform, trafficking, forced labor, cartels, the worst possible things one can imagine. Big tech companies have gotten away with abusing consumers for too long. It is clear that Facebook prioritizes profit over the well-being of children and all users. So as a mother and a grandmother, this is an issue that is of particular concern to me. So we thank you for being here today, Ms. Haugen, and we look forward to getting to the truth about what Facebook is doing with users' data and how they are abusing their privacy and how they show a lack of respect for the individuals that are on their network. We look forward to the testimony. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thanks, Senator Black. Thank you, Senator Blackburn. I don't know whether the ranking member would like to make
If you don't mind, thank you, Chairman Blumenthal, and I will just take a moment or two. And I do appreciate being able to speak as ranking member of the full committee. This Ms. Haugen, this is a subcommittee hearing. You see some vacant seats. There's pretty good attendance for a subcommittee. There are also a lot of things going on, so people will be coming and going. But I'm willing to predict that this will have almost 100% attendance by members of the subcommittee because of the importance of this subject matter. So thanks for coming forward to share concerns about Facebook's business practices, particularly with respect to children and teens. And of course, that is the main topic of it's the title of our hearing today, Protecting Kids Online. The recent revelations about Facebook's mental health effects on children and its plan to target younger audiences are indeed disturbing. And I think you're going to see a lot of bipartisan concern about this today and in future hearings. They show how urgent it is for Congress to act against powerful tech companies on behalf of children and the broader public. And I say powerful tech companies, they are possessive of immense power. Their product is addictive, and people on both sides of this dais are concerned about this. I talked to an opinion maker just down the hall a few moments before this hearing. This person said, the tech gods have been demystified now. And I think this hearing today, Mr. Chair, is a part of the process of demystifying big tech. The children of America are hooked on their product. It is often destructive and harmful, and there is a cynical knowledge on behalf of the leadership of these big tech companies that that is true. Ms. Hogan, I hope you will have a chance to talk about your work experience at Facebook and perhaps compare it to other social media companies. I also look forward to hearing your thoughts on how this committee and how this Congress can ensure greater accountability and transparency, especially with regard to children. So thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Ms. Hogan, for being here today.
Thanks, Senator Wicker. Our witness this morning is Frances Haugen. She was the lead product manager on Facebook's civic misinformation team. She holds a degree in electrical and computer engineering from Olin College and an MBA. What we have is a bipartisan congressional roadmap for reform that will safeguard and protect children from big tech. That will be a focus of our subcommittee moving forward, and it will continue to be bipartisan. And finally, I'll just end on this note. In the past weeks and days, parents have contacted me with their stories, heartbreaking and spine-chilling stories about children pushed into eating disorders, bullying online, self-injury of the most disturbing kind, and sometimes even taking their lives because of social media. Parents are holding Facebook accountable because of your bravery, Ms. Haugen, and we need to hold accountable Facebook and all big tech as well. Again, my thanks to you. I am going to enter into the record a letter from 52 state attorneys general and from 2 members of the Youth Advisory Board of Sandy Hook Promise, as long as there's no objection. And I will now turn to the ranking member, Senator Blackburn.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you for entering that letter in the record that we have from our state's attorneys general. Good morning to everyone. It is nice to see people in this hearing room and to be here for the hearing today. Ms. Haugen, we thank you for your appearance before us today and for giving the opportunity not only for Congress, but for the American people to hear from you in this setting, and we appreciate that. Mr. Chairman, I think also thanks to you and your staff that have worked with our team to make certain that we had this hearing and this opportunity today so that we can get more insights into what Facebook is actually doing as they invade the privacy not only of adults, but of children, and look at the ways that they are in violation of the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, which is federal law, and looking at how they are evading that law and working around it. And as the chairman said, privacy and online privacy, passing a federal privacy standard has been long in the works. I filed my first privacy bill when I was in the House back in 2012, and I think that it will be this Congress and this subcommittee that is going to lead the way to online privacy, data security, Section 230 reforms, and of course, Senator Klobuchar always wants to talk about antitrust. And I have to give a nod. Senator Markey is down there. When we were in the House, we were probably 2 of the only ones who were talking about the need to have a federal privacy standard. Now, as the chairman mentioned, last week we heard from Ms. Davis, who heads global safety for Facebook. And it was surprising to us that what she tried to do was to minimize the information that was in these documents, to minimize the research, and to minimize the knowledge that Facebook had. At one point, I even reminded her the research was not third-party research. The research was there, Facebook's internal research. So they knew what they were doing. They knew where the violations were, and they know they are guilty. They know this. Their research tells them this. Last week, in advance of our hearing, Facebook released 2 studies and said that the Wall Street Journal was all wrong. They had just gotten it wrong, as if the Wall Street Journal did not know how to read these documents and how to work through this research. Having seen the data that you've presented and the other studies that Facebook did not publicly share, I feel pretty confident that it's Facebook who has done the misrepresenting to this committee. Here are some of the numbers that Facebook chose not to share. And Mr. Chairman, I think it's important that we look at these as we talk about the setting for this hearing, what we learned last week, what you and I have been learning over the past 3 years about big tech and Facebook. And here you go, 66% of teen girls on Instagram and 40% of teen boys experience negative social comparisons. This is Facebook's research. 52% of teen girls who experienced negative social comparison on Instagram said it was caused by images related to beauty. Social comparison is worse on Instagram because it is perceived as real life, but based on celebrity standards. Social comparison mimics the grief cycle and includes a downward emotional spiral encompassing a range of emotions from jealousy to self-proclaimed body dysmorphia. Facebook addiction, which Facebook calls conveniently problematic use, is most severe in teens, peaking at age 14. Here's what else we know. Facebook is not interested in making significant changes to improve kids' safety on their platforms, at least not when that would result in losing eyeballs on posts or decreasing their ad revenues. In fact, Facebook is running scared, as they know that, in their own words, young adults are less active and less engaged on Facebook, and that they are running out of teens to add to Instagram. So teens are looking at other platforms like TikTok, and Facebook is only making those changes that add to its users' numbers and ultimately its profits. Follow the money. So what are these changes? Allowing users to create multiple accounts that Facebook does not delete, and encouraging teens to create second accounts they can hide from their parents. They are also studying younger and younger children, as young as 8, so that they can market to them. And while Ms. Davis says that kids below 13 are not allowed on Facebook or Instagram, we know that they are, because she told us that they recently had deleted 600,000 accounts from children under age 13. So how do you get that many underage accounts if you aren't turning a blind eye to them in the first place? And then in order to try to clean it up, you go to delete it, and then you say, oh, by the way, we just in the last month deleted 600,000 underage accounts. And speaking of turning a blind eye, Facebook turns a blind eye to user privacy. News broke yesterday that the private data of over 1.5 billion, that's right, 1.5 billion Facebook users is being sold on a hacking forum. That's its biggest data breach to date. Examples like this underscore my strong concerns about Facebook collecting the data of kids and teens and what they are doing with it. Facebook also turns a blind eye toward blatant human exploitation taking place on its platform, trafficking, forced labor, cartels, the worst possible things one can imagine. Big tech companies have gotten away with abusing consumers for too long. It is clear that Facebook prioritizes profit over the well-being of children and all users. So as a mother and a grandmother, this is an issue that is of particular concern to me. So we thank you for being here today, Ms. Haugen, and we look forward to getting to the truth about what Facebook is doing with users' data and how they are abusing their privacy and how they show a lack of respect for the individuals that are on their network. We look forward to the testimony. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thanks, Senator Black. Thank you, Senator Blackburn. I don't know whether the ranking member would like to make
If you don't mind, thank you, Chairman Blumenthal, and I will just take a moment or two. And I do appreciate being able to speak as ranking member of the full committee. This Ms. Haugen, this is a subcommittee hearing. You see some vacant seats. There's pretty good attendance for a subcommittee. There are also a lot of things going on, so people will be coming and going. But I'm willing to predict that this will have almost 100% attendance by members of the subcommittee because of the importance of this subject matter. So thanks for coming forward to share concerns about Facebook's business practices, particularly with respect to children and teens. And of course, that is the main topic of it's the title of our hearing today, Protecting Kids Online. The recent revelations about Facebook's mental health effects on children and its plan to target younger audiences are indeed disturbing. And I think you're going to see a lot of bipartisan concern about this today and in future hearings. They show how urgent it is for Congress to act against powerful tech companies on behalf of children and the broader public. And I say powerful tech companies, they are possessive of immense power. Their product is addictive, and people on both sides of this dais are concerned about this. I talked to an opinion maker just down the hall a few moments before this hearing. This person said, the tech gods have been demystified now. And I think this hearing today, Mr. Chair, is a part of the process of demystifying big tech. The children of America are hooked on their product. It is often destructive and harmful, and there is a cynical knowledge on behalf of the leadership of these big tech companies that is true. Ms. Haugen, I hope you will have a chance to talk about your work experience at Facebook and perhaps compare it to other social media companies. I also look forward to hearing your thoughts on how this committee and how this Congress can ensure greater accountability and transparency, especially with regard to children. So thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Ms. Haugen, for being here today.
Thanks, Senator Wicker. Our witness this morning is Frances Haugen. She was the lead product manager on Facebook's civic misinformation team. She holds a degree in electrical and computer engineering from Olin College and an MBA from Harvard. She made the courageous decision, as all of us here and many others around the world know, to leave Facebook and reveal the terrible truths about the company she learned during her tenure there. And I think we are all in agreement here in expressing our gratitude and our admiration for your bravery in coming forward. Thank you, Ms. Haugen. Please proceed.
Good afternoon, Chairman Blumenthal, Ranking Member Blackburn, and members of the subcommittee. Thank you for the opportunity to appear before you. My name is Frances Haugen. I used to work at Facebook. I joined Facebook because I think Facebook has the potential to bring out the best in us. But I'm here today because I believe Facebook's products harm children, stoke division, and weaken our democracy. The company's leadership knows how to make Facebook and Instagram safer, but won't make the necessary changes because they have put their astronomical profits before people. Congressional action is needed. They won't solve this crisis without your help. Yesterday, we saw Facebook get taken off the internet. I don't know why it went down, but I know that for more than 5 hours, Facebook wasn't used to deepen divides, destabilize democracies, and make young girls and women feel bad about their bodies. It also means that millions of small businesses weren't able to reach potential customers, and countless photos of new babies weren't joyously celebrated by family and friends around the world. I believe in the potential of Facebook. We can have social media we enjoy that connects us without tearing apart our democracy, putting our children in danger, and sowing ethnic violence around the world. We can do better. I have worked as a product manager at large tech companies since 2006, including Google, Pinterest, Yelp, and Facebook. My job has largely focused on algorithmic products like Google Plus Search and recommendation systems like the one that powers the Facebook newsfeed. Having worked on 4 different types of social networks, I understand how complex and nuanced these problems are. However, the choices being made inside of Facebook are disastrous for our children, for our public safety, for our privacy, and for our democracy. And that is why we must demand Facebook make changes. During my time at Facebook, first working as the lead product manager for civic misinformation, and later on counter-espionage, I saw Facebook repeatedly encounter conflicts between its own profits
like
Pulse starts getting up. You get a little sweaty. Like,
Yeah.
you sure? I don't think everything's fine. Suddenly, I'm very worried.
you might reach across the country and just kill me. Like
I say fine because it's usually I don't want to worry about it.
yeah. Well, we know what it means. We know what it means.
Or I'm genuinely being passive aggressive, and yes, you should
So
fucking run
so
for
this
your
is
fucking
so
life.
the topic of this that Tony posted is
I
that
didn't see that.
and you guys don't know who Tony is, but that's fine.
No.
That's fine.
You don't need to know.
It's fine. You don't need to
Point
know
of the
Tony.
story.
That's not the point. The topic of this was like, can men be friends with women video or something like that? And then some broad goes off on this. Yeah, we got to talk like Liam now. And she goes off on toxic and all that shit because that's what women do. Is they get jealous, they throw fits, and they are just generally awful people. And so Tony posts these comments with the very, very rational and reasonable response is, this is why I date men now. And, I can't say I blame him. Like, I mean, I personally don't like hairy dudes or cock. But if Tony's into that and if Tony understands just how awful women are, God bless him. He's right. And so Queenie was like upset with me, I guess, because I said,
I wasn't
God,
upset. I just found it funny.
I said, God, women really are the most awful beings on the planet. And I stand by that. I stand by that 100%. So that's why the Cosmic Warrior is not about women. It's about a man who's doing manly things, because that's fucking awesome. So go back that book today. Only 7 days left. It's limited. There's a beautiful hardcover version. It is a great comic. Like I said, won an award already. If you love action adventure, if you love just pure fun, if you love cosmic stuff like Thanos and all that stuff from Marvel, this is strictly better. That's all. That's all.
I stand with
that
Doodle
topic?
Squatch. He says,
Doodle
I
Squatch
have an
day.
idea. I'll just ignore these people.
These people meaning women, right?
Hail, brother. Hail.
Yeah, hail. Hail, brother. Hail. All right. Well, it's the time of week, guys, where we go over the graphic novels of the week because I've got no other topics. We didn't. Monday was yesterday.
Monday. Oh shit! It's only Tuesday. Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
We did that
Okay,
last
okay.
Monday and we got
Okay.
through like 5 of them. And then then I had to go, I think. and then we didn't get through all of them. And then Determined Sheepy was like, "Come back and make sure you don't forget to do the rest of them." And I totally didn't do the rest of them. So sorry about that. But
About
now we have a new
4
week, and that
hours.
means we have new graphic novels, which is so exciting for all of us right now. So we have Abbott 1973. Oh, God damn it.
You cannot
Wah,
use technology to save your
wah.
fucking life.
Ah, oops, that's my Social Galactic page. What the fuck am I doing? Okay, I got it. I'm sorry about that.
Back to Cosmic Warrior and Indiegogo now.
Yeah, exactly. Gosh, I'm doxing all my shit today. What was it? In stock trades.
Just you're not doxing your backer list like Liam did that.
At least
that
I did
time.
not do that, right?
That was
Jesus
so
Christ.
bad.
That was really bad. Oh man. All right.
Your
New
card's
releases.
empty.
I was trying to zoom in on this, and then if you go too far while zoomed in, it takes you back to the last page you were on. So this is Abbott 1973 by Saladin Ahmed, and I'm already out. Fuck that guy. That's all I got to say. He's the biggest SJW. And you can tell he's got like this black lady sitting on a car. You can
She
tell
looks
it's gonna be a
hot.
train wreck. No,
So like 7 out of 10, probably a lesbian, right? Black lesbian.
100%. Black Muslim
Mask lesbian, let's go.
Oh,
Black
wow,
Muslim.
that's quite a. Whew, there's your bingo
All
card.
right, so we're out on that. Adachi and Shimamura Volume 2. Adachi, whose thoughts about, is this lesbian shit?
Yes.
God, okay.
Nice.
For Two Girls Go Walking, Hearts Bounding is that strange Adachi whose thoughts about Shimashura go stronger every day, and Shimashura who's not at all bothered by that girl's feelings. From an outsider perspective, that this is lesbian shit. Fuck that. Okay.
Hold up.
But it's adorable.
I never know what fucking day it is, so don't fucking come at me like this.
It's Tuesday.
I've slept in the most random sleep pattern in the past like 48 hours. Do not fucking come at me.
Okay, this is our graphic novel stream. We're talking about comics, I guess.
Yeah,
sort of.
comic. I can, yeah. I can
How's your
process
midterm?
comics.
How's your midterms going? Are you brain fried?
I'm currently working on my study guide for one of them right now.
Oh,
so
jeez.
that's why
Okay.
I'm not. I
That's
have
why you're
one more
half paying attention.
tomorrow, and then I have. That's a whole story. It's a whole fucking story. If you want
Well,
to get
so
through comics-
far, you had a black lesbian Muslim comic, and then a lesbian manga is what we're coming out with. Ascender by Jeff Lemire. I get you're liking Jeff Lemire because his writing tends to be pretty decent. The guy is a fucking prick, and he's a like a full on Antifa communist. So fuck that too. I'm down. All
Wow.
right, yeah. Batman: Curse of the White Knight. This is my my totally objective. Sean Gordon Murphy. Oh, that guy was very cautious to disavow Comicsgate and all that. So fuck that guy too.
God, you just don't like anyone.
I really don't. I hate the mainstream industry so much. They're the fucking worst. I'm sorry, guy from Red Bank. It's totally valid that you like whatever you like. But I'm gonna be bombastic because I am.
John's
fuck all these
hatred's
people.
kind of like an aesthetic, Queenie.
Yeah.
So.
Fuck all these people. All of them. Except for Peter J. Tomasi. So this Batman Detective Comics hardcover volume 6, Road to Ruin. Peter J. Tomasi is great. He's actually a pretty moderate guy. He writes really fun action adventure, and I'm glad he's on Detective Comics. So if you're a Batman fan, this will probably be a decent read. It's arts by Brad Walker. I don't know if Bradford Walker's in here. Can he confirm that Bradford Walker and Brad Walker are two different people? Is that why? Oh yeah, that's right. This was the Sean Gordon Murphy lore. He was Dirtworm Doug's friend. Well, maybe I like him now because he disavowed Dirtworm Doug. Because I do dislike Doug.
That was the ignition point for his near canceling.
That's right. So Sean Gordon Murphy tried to cancel he did a cover for Dirtworm Doug for his Bigfoot Bill bullshit. And then he reneged on it because people from the industry were like, you gotta not associate with him. Now, for one, the fact that he reneged on it because of industry pressure not to associate with a conservative bothers me. I fucking hate that. I hate that association game. I just got hit by the association game yesterday. I'm not going to name names, but I was talking with somebody about going on a rather sizable channel. And the guy was like, well, I don't know. You're too controversial, JDA. I don't want to upset people. And I'm like, you know what? People like you are why we can't have nice things. You can go fuck yourself.
Do you know who I am? I'm an award-winning comic book writer,
Yeah, it's
sir.
ridiculous. You know what? If everybody just stopped with the fear game in our stupid comic book industry and stopped with the association pointing and just let people talk to whoever the fuck they wanted to. I'm sorry I'm swearing to them so much today. I'm in a mood. I don't know why. I was in a great mood yesterday. I'm in like a fiery mood today. If they just let everybody talk and just like not have to deal with this association game stuff, we'd be in so much better shape. I would love to be able to just hang out and talk comics, not worry about stuff, just have fun. And that's not afforded to me because there's little rats and little weasels fucking in the background, DMing people going,
You can't talk to John Delarose. He's an alt-right extremist. Oh my God.
or some shit like that, or
Or he associates with Testify HD.
or who knows, right? Could be anything, right? Could be
He lives
Evil
in
triangle,
California.
man.
Why didn't I have a
All that
warning
shit.
about associating with Testify?
Oh,
I
fuck?
warned you.
I told
No,
you
you
not to
didn't.
associate with Testify.
You
like
did not.
100%. I
No,
said
you
you don't
did,
want to
no
get.
one else did.
I
I
totally
warned
did.
you.
And why would I ever listen to you, John?
Well, that's your fault for not listening to me.
No, it's your
Anyway,
fault for
I'm
being
on my rant.
stupid.
These fucking rats go around and DM people. I was supposed to have JM De Mateus on the stream. He actually confirmed. This is the guy who wrote Spider-Man for 20 years. He wrote Justice League International. Old timer, excellent writer. The guy I grew up with reading his stuff. And he was confirmed. And some little fucking weasels told him not to associate with me because my Trump. And then that was a thing. So you know what? That sort of attitude really kills all fun. It really kills comics. It really kills science fiction. And anybody who engages in that kind of behavior can just fuck themselves. That's it. All right. Anyway, Sean Gordon Murphy did cancel Dirtworm Doug, though. So maybe I don't feel that bad about that. Maybe I do like him after all.
Well, VDR says John lives in California. Unfollowed.
Yeah. I love California. I'm going down to Indian Wells next week.
Oh, that avatar.
Yeah, he's pretty great. That is a good avatar. Craven's Last Hunt. That's right. JM De Mateus. He was supposed to be on the channel, Valned. Oh man. That pissed me
Bet you
off.
would have remembered to tag that one.
Oh my god. Chip Zdarsky. I've never had any interaction with Chip Zdarsky. He's got me blocked, but I've never interacted with him. So I don't know. Anyway, like what you like. I'm not here to police what you like. I don't care what you like, but I'm gonna rant about people anyway. I don't give a fuck. So, yeah. All right, Peter J. Tomasi, good guy though. Blue Exorcist graphic novel, volume 226. What the shit? This is complicated. That means it's so far into the storyline, I'm not interested in it because I don't even know what it is. Have you heard of it, guys?
Yes.
Blue
You up?
Exorcist? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. Is it good?
Yeah, it's worth a pickup. It's just really long. It's
Really
one of
long.
It's up there with Inuyasha.
Oh, really? Okay. I love Inuyasha.
Yeah, well, this is pretty close. Young demon boy denied his destiny sort of situation.
Okay. Bofuri, I don't want to get hurt, so I'll max out my defense. This is one of those like they get trapped in a video game bullshit. I'm so sick of that. I never want to read anything like that again.
Isekais.
Yeah, I'm done. Done with that shit. Bungo Stray Dogs, graphic novel volume 20. What's this? Cider, this sounds like your weird
Nope.
shit.
Never heard of Bungo Stray Dogs. Nope. Or
Card
Bungo.
Captor Sakura Clear Card Volume 10. Card Captor Sakura is wonderful.
Yes, it
I'm
is.
not up on the current ones, but I do love the old ones quite a bit. So, yeah.
Yeah, not your average magical girl, by the way. This is
Yeah,
not Sailor Moon.
There's a lot of manga this week. Like a lot of it. I mean, this is a
wonder
mix of all
why.
graphic novels coming out. So I don't know what's going on, but it
Wonder
looks like
why.
It looks like manga is in fact killing the comic book industry, gentlemen. Hit that like and subscribe button right now, and let's talk about why manga is so much better than American comics.
I'm ready.
Okay. Chainsaw Man. Are you familiar with this one?
No, I don't like the violence in Chainsaw Man.
Yeah,
so
no, I'm not into
familiar
that
with it.
either. Date a live
Date a
light
live
novel.
light novel. Yes.
All right. So this is about dating a light novel.
Yes, it's in Japan they like to personify objects and animals. So like
Okay.
where you get your cat girls originally. Now they've moved on to books.
Well, that's kind of fucking weird. Okay.
Don't you want to
Um,
fuck one of your books, John?
No, I don't. I in fact don't. Death March Parallel World Rhapsody, graphic novel volume 11. I'm not familiar with that one either.
Nope. Nope.
Gosh, these Japanese titles are always crazy. Death March Parallel World Rhapsody. Holy shit, that's a mouthful.
Just imagine saying that with a Japanese accent. Sounds way better.
Death March
Death to March Parallel the World Rhapsody. Sounds so much more exciting.
Oh man, it's pretty good. All right. Gantz Omnibus Volume 7. This is a great manga.
Yes.
If you guys have not read Gantz, this is probably like one of the top 10 out there, period.
Worth putting your money on.
Yeah, I'm going to hold off on these in hopes that they do those oversized hardcover volumes like they've done with Berserk and Blade of the Immortal. Because if Dark Horse has that, they should do Gantz, like, I mean, in theory. So I really hope they come out with that in that form. I will be all over that. All right. Happy Hour by Peter Milligan.
Happy Hour.
Happy Hour. It doesn't look very happy though. If you look at the cover of this, it looks
Wait,
like some
that's
guys.
not Happy Hour.
Is this in Australia?
All right, this looks like somebody being beat with dildos.
What?
Is that what's going on? Look at
That's
it.
a nightstick. That's a nightstick.
Oh, it's a
Not
nice.
what a
That's,
dildo looks like.
that's a nice. It looks like.
These are police beating a man down.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yes, they're all in uniform.
They're all wearing the
Okay.
same shit.
I don't know. It could
There's
be
a
some,
rifle.
you know, people are into weird things these days. So, like, you know, I don't know.
Ahoy Comics. Well, you know, you might be right.
Ahoy Comics. That's right. She's got a tooth flying out of his mouth as he's smiling, getting beat down by police.
I don't think
What's interesting about this cover to me is it, you know, the obvious thing to do would be to put a black guy getting beat down by the police, and they didn't do that. So this is kind of based like
It looks a little bit like a Goosebumps cover.
So what this is what is
yeah,
this
it
about?
reminds me of some shit I'd pick up in the library when I was like,
He's
It's
smiling
like a
about it.
scholastic
old.
book.
Yeah, exactly. With like
The
the
white dude
yellow
getting
line at the
beat
top or
down.
some shit. And I feel like there should be like
Oh,
different
wow.
volumes with different like stupid names
This
that go
is-
along with it.
This is cool cultural commentary. Peter Milligan's a really arty, cool. I'm going to get this, actually. I could already tell you that right now. In future America, being happy isn't just a right, it's the law. While the Joy Police brutally enforce the Cheery Code, two young people go on the run searching for a haven of melancholy where they can safely bask in the blues. So this is, you know, I mean, to me, like, this is like a commentary on our little prescription drug culture where we're trying to force everybody to be this like milquetoast happy all the time. I love this.
yeah.
This is
Equilibrium.
cool. Yeah, this is cool. John, you've never seen a police. You know, they might be hot cops. You know, it could be the hot cops.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
What?
Yeah, you know the stripper cops that show up and have the breakaway pants and okay, maybe not. Maybe not.
I'm just
All
gonna
right.
tune out what you just said to me.
I don't know.
Continue on.
People are into weird things these days. Hazer Skill Legendary Assassin. God, these stupid
She's
Japanese
pretty.
titles. This is a beautiful, beautiful female art right here. It's a novel though, so it's not actually a manga. So I don't care. I don't want to read words of a quote pretty person. I want to look at pictures. All right. Hero overpowered but overly cautious. Oh man, another light novel. A lot of light novels today. High school prodigies have it easy even in another world. Novel. Another one. Wow. Holy shit. I'm great priest. I am great priest.
Imhotep.
Yeah.
Imhotep.
Okay.
Yep. Notice.
I don't know what-
Notice they're kind of white.
That's kind of
I
weird.
love the Japanese. I love them so much.
That's funny shit right there. Okay. This looks pretty good. Like very it's very intriguing, I could say.
Yes, I can tell this has massive, massive plot lines.
Yeah, massive appeal. Yeah. I'm the hero, but the demon lord's also me. And she's got the tooth. Look she's got the cute tooth thing.
Mhm.
That's the first thing you notice on the drawing is the tooth.
Yes, the
You know.
tooth. Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
I don't know. If that's your thing, that's cool, I guess. Ink Blot Trade Paperback Volume 2. This looks like Tumblr art. Fuck that. Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 12. Is that
No
supposed to be a
clue.
woman?
No, that's a woman. Yeah.
That's a breast, but this looks like a man. So yeah. Okay.
Mm,
It look like a man. Look at that. That look like a man. I always
it's,
say to people, you know, when you're
no.
trying, yeah, it does. Like when you're trying to draw feminine stuff, you gotta lay off the detail. like actual like nice feminine stuff. You see how she's got like no detail and she looks like a chick. Like this chick like has very little detail to her form. She's got her outfit as detail, but like the actual lines are very soft. There's very little detail to it. This has like muscular detail all over the place, and what it does is in a big thick fucking neck with the Adam's apple.
Well, her hands
That's
on her
what-
neck.
That's what threw me
You know.
was the hand and the
Yeah.
jawline, because usually
jawline.
Japanese anime girls, they have a pointed jaw where this
Yeah.
squares off. You can see where it takes a turn right there
You
by
can
the
see,
dollar
and you
bill.
can see the muscles are very angular up here. That's also a very manly feature. You want to have soft curve lines, and that's not there. So that's just my commentary on
It
like
did
feminine
throw me.
drawing versus not feminine drawing. Very very important to make that distinction. All right,
And as if to make up for that, look at this. This is gorgeous.
yes, here we go. Kid from Dungeon Boonies moved starter town novel. Kid from Dungeon. Okay, well that's quite the title too, and that's another novel. All right, Epic Collection Killraven, Warrior of the Worlds. Now this is a old time character. This came out of War of the Worlds. So Marvel had the rights to War of the Worlds, which is a classic sci-fi story you guys probably know. And Killraven was a character out of that, who then like they kind of made into their own character after a while. So this is a cool thing. And I think it came from Amazing Adventures was the original title. Wow, do I remember this correctly? Actually, I can click on it and find out. If I do, I'm amazing. That's an amazing memory. Amazing Adventures. There we are, 18 through 39. What's neat is Marvel, through the Epic Collections, has already collected Amazing Adventures 1 through 18 in the form of the Inhumans Complete Collection, X-Men Volume 4, because it followed Beast stories, and then the Black Widow Epic Collection. So now you actually have the complete run of Amazing Adventures if you grab this. And I'll obviously be picking this up tomorrow. I'll be reviewing this very shortly. This is on the high to read list. This is cool. It's cool science fiction from Marvel. And if you like cool science fiction from Marvel classic stuff, make sure to pick up The Cosmic Warrior, my book on Indiegogo right now. This is very much in the same vein, and you will love it if you love classic comics. Cosmic Warrior. There we are. Put that link in the chat, and it's also in the description. Oh, well, it's a broken link. God damn it. It's in the description below. So I move things along here. Killraven's good stuff. Love of Kill graphic novel volume 4. They don't have a cover for it. I don't know what that is.
Oh no.
Yeah. Megatropolis hardcover. This looks like somebody in America try to make manga, but not quite.
It's like a French comic, to be
French
honest.
comic?
Screams French to me.
Let's see. Megatropolis French. Kenneth Neiman. That's not French.
Mm.
I don't know who. Judge Dredd. This is gonna be British. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that might be cool. She's got a really long neck. I don't like it when people draw really long necks like this.
Whoa, you're right. I totally. Wow.
That is quite the neck.
Whoa.
So, Moriarty the Patriot. This is a manga version of, I guess, Professor Moriarty.
Wait, like
Right.
Sherlock Holmes? Fuck
Yeah.
yeah. That's
Yeah,
just-
it's pretty cool.
Yes.
There you go.
Oh, it's told from Moriarty's perspective.
Yes.
Love
My
that.
Hero Academia School Briefs novel. Oh, this is a novel of My Hero Academia
Mhm.
now? Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
Light
boring.
novel.
Boring. My Love Mix-Up graphic novel volume 1. Oh, this is my style. Oh, this is the type of stuff I like to read. Haruko Aoki has a crush on Hashimoto, the girl in the seat next to him in class, but he despairs when he borrows her eraser and sees she's written the name of another boy, Ida, on it. To make matters more confusing, Ida sees Aoki holding that very eraser and thinks Aoki has a crush on him. Oh my gosh, what a triangle.
Wait,
Okay.
so why are you writing a guy's name on another guy's eraser?
No, she wrote the guy's name on the eraser.
Yeah, but why?
Because
When
'Cause
you
she
write
likes
Bored
anyone's
girls do bored girl things.
yeah, don't you just write boys' names on your shit all the time? I mean, isn't that okay? I don't know. I don't know what kids these days do. So
Japanese girls obviously do.
the
Jeez.
Japanese girls do. Come on.
No game, no life.
No game, no life. There you go.
Fucking
This is a
love No
novel.
Game, No
This is a
Life.
a
fucking
light
novel of
novel.
it, though.
Novel?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Why don't
Reading? I can't
I
do
know,
that.
right? One
Do you
Punch
know
Man
what a light
graphic
novel is, though?
Yeah.
You know what it is?
I'm
It's a
illiterate.
short novel, but
No. Light novel in Japan is, yes, it's short, but it's intermingled with either pages of manga or full black and white illustrations.
they
in the
don't
book.
have that many illustrations. Usually,
Yeah,
like
but
one
it's
every
not
10,
like
20
all
pages.
pictures. I
Exactly,
want
but that's what I
all
mean. It has like a full page in there. It's not just a straight up novel. There's like a manga page in there, or there's like a full black and white illustration in there, like every 10 pages.
There
It's
it
a
is. Thank
huge
you.
seller in Japan.
Thank you, Vilned, for
Tolerable.
posting the link when I failed at posting my own link. I appreciate it. Yeah. So please back this. It's better than all this shit that we're looking at today. One Punch Man, one of the longest running good graphic novels out there. This is good stuff. Good stuff. I'm not getting it in manga. I watch the TV series, but whatever. Orcs in space, but Tumblr art. I would love to do orcs in space, but like with like badass orcs. This is not badass.
Warhammer orcs.
Yes, this is lame orcs. Look at this. This is a cool concept, and I'm gonna remember this because I'm gonna copy this, but do it better. All right. Orient graphic novel. This is for Oriental people like Queenie, I guess. So
What the fuck?
Wow.
Man,
Hit like and
what?
subscribe, guys.
it says Orient. It's just a word, right? I mean, that's where you're from, right?
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
see?
Okay.
So, and this is what
No,
see. I
okay.
need to have a like one of those like StreamYards things with the buttons with the so you could put the sounds on their cider. You have that, right? What's it called?
I know.
The Stream Deck. Stream Deck.
I have a
Oh
soundboard
my God,
altogether.
you're getting a
Soundboard.
Stream Deck.
I want to get the Stream Deck thing so I can hit the button. Like, so when I do things like that, and I talk to you about this, Queenie, like when I'm talking to you about your Oriental background, I want to have a sound on there that goes, you know?
I feel racially profiled.
Okay.
I mean, I can't think of a better title for this cover, really.
Plunderer.
The title fits the cover, baby. The title fits the cover.
That looks like a great book. I really can't. I'm definitely.
I want that
probably-
one.
That's a good one. What can you do?
Two great
All right.
reasons to buy.
Two great reasons. Yes.
The
And we're
plot.
talking about her sad eyes, of course, because those are just
The
so
wonderful
innocent.
art and the
Yes.
great title. Perfectly.
Redemption, Volume 1. So we got like a Western thing going on. Mike Diodato, he's a pretty good artist.
The apocalypse is not the
The
Western.
well, why does it look Western, but it's the apocalypse? It's annoying.
Because
Sick of
when the
that.
world ends in America, we don't get to have Mad Max. We just go back to Will
We
Smith's
just go back
Wild
to
West.
the Wild West. Okay.
Yeah.
Rent a girlfriend.
Yeah. Is that about my losing my voice? What's that about?
Oh,
Aren't orcs racist? I guess so.
I
Orcs
picked
in
up pipe
space.
smoking, so I'm probably fried because of
Yeah,
that.
I think I have to do orcs in space. I think everybody wants this. Oh, he actually
Cosmic Orc Warrior. There you go.
Cosmic Orc Warrior. Maybe I'll have the Cosmic Warrior fight orcs and yeah, he kind of fights like orc-ish monsters.
Well,
I mean,
no. Give him a Beta Ray Bill buddy.
these are they're kind
So
of
the two of
orky.
them have like drinking competitions and try to one up each other.
He's like a Cyclopsian orc troll thing,
Yeah.
right? I mean, it's
Thing.
kind of that. It's kind of that. There you go.
Yeah.
Back the freaking book, everybody. All right. Rent a Girlfriend, Volume 9. All right. Encouraging simping in Japanese culture. There you go.
At this point, any positive female interaction is going to help them, so they take what they can get.
Okay, that's fair. It's fair. Runaways is Runaways is like early 2000s, and they like made this like it was like a Brian K. Vaughan comic book, and it was supposed to be like the next generation of Marvel superheroes, and then nobody cared about it after that. I had no idea this was going on. Of course, they made this lady big, bold, and beautiful, as you can tell, because you can't just have actually good-looking women anymore. They have to be like
I just have to ask.
glasses. Yes.
I just have to ask, like, at what point did we decide that superheroes don't need to be fit?
That's a tough thing. I think it was Faith from Valiant.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Oh shit,
yeah,
that was real?
Yeah, Faith, Valiant. You never saw that?
No, I
What?
did. I thought it was like from 4chan that somebody made it up.
Oh, no. Oh,
shit,
no.
it's real.
It's real. It's very real. Here we go.
Holy shit,
yes,
it's
yeah,
real.
yes, yes. This is what the children want. So,
What?
they want
Is
they
one of
want-
her friends Thundergunt?
I know that. Yeah, that's right. The best part is she can fly. She's very aerodynamic. Oh my god.
Oh man,
Yeah. So
what
this
the
is comics
fuck?
nowadays. That inspired this. So there you go. And look, it's written by somebody named Rainbow Rowell. I don't even know who that is. Let's look. that up.
Oh, well, hey, I got to tell you, that somewhere out there, there is
There
a
she is.
5-year-old now. There's a 5-year-old now that is Twilight Sparkle. That's a boy. His given
Right,
name. I saw
this
the
is
birth
her.
certificate.
Look, it's another
Excuse
it's
me,
another
what?
it's another Mariko Tamaki like self-insert bullshit.
Wait a
There you
minute.
go. They do
Those
all
are the same people.
why do the YA people do this shit? They just put themselves in their fucking books and then just like make it
It's
obnoxious.
called projecting.
Projecting. I
I
know.
get like using your characters to help you figure out your own life, but I mean like 1-to-1 self-insert is just cringe-horrific.
Bradford Walker. There was a comic on here by a Brad Walker. I was wondering if that was you, but there you go. I don't know. So that's that.
I
Uh,
absolutely agree. Rarity is better than Twilight Sparkle. I have to.
Well,
jump
no,
in here.
seriously, there
are
was a
you-
kid
wait, whoa, whoa, whoa,
born
whoa, whoa,
in
whoa, 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 whoa,
2015
whoa,
named
whoa, whoa.
Twilight Sparkle.
Whoa,
But
whoa.
Rarity is significantly better.
Are you a brony?
I'm a female. I was a kid. I was a hard.
You were a kid. Oh, you were a kid. Oh,
When I
that's
was
okay.
a kid, I loved My Little Pony.
You
I guess
gotta
it's okay.
remember,
Yeah.
Queenie's still eating off the kids' menu.
I forgot.
Listen,
Yeah.
Chicken
so-
nuggets slap hard. Leave me
Okay.
alone.
Yeah. So that's that. We got Wonder Woman, sensational Wonder Woman. I don't give a shit about that. Seraph and of the End, Vampire Reign graphic novel 22. I'm not into vampires.
I was just about to say vampires are hot, man. What the fuck?
All right, well you can be into vampires. That's fine. That's fine. The Silver Coin by Chip Zdarsky and Various. This is pretty
And
good.
various.
Chip Zdarsky is a decent writer, and this is I guess I don't know what this is. But
Oh, it's a skeleton buzzard. I was like,
Is
what
that
the
what it
fuck
is?
is that mask?
This
Yeah,
is
see, it's like
bizarre.
hunched over, eating the eyeball. It's like really curved in on
oh,
itself.
it's a horror anthology series. You're gonna get a mixed bag in here. Interesting.
Oh,
Okay, there
so
you go.
Deadbeat's done right. Okay.
Yeah. Solar Flare Season 1, Fort Myers, by somebody I haven't heard of. Apocalyptic science fiction drama. I'm sick of apocalyptic shit. You can go fuck
Yep.
yourself.
It's the end of the world, guys,
Pretty
again.
dangerous.
Spy Family. This is a great series. Have you been reading this?
No.
It's great.
First time I'm hearing of it.
It's about a family of spies.
I
The
have
first
this in the
yeah.
description.
the first volume is underground tennis tournament. Oh wow.
Mhm.
All right. Well, now I'm excited. It's not usually about tennis. It's usually just about like the spy family going on different things. But I guess they are incorporating tennis into volume 6 here. This is a great series. I think volume 1 is out of print and hard to find.
Unless you're a pirate.
Unless you're sailing the pirate seas, but I would never do that. Yeah, it's already. Look at this. Yeah, this is a manga for. I guess you can get one for $24.95. That's pretty rough. That's pretty rough. But yeah, it's out of print because these are pretty popular. It's pretty good. Tim Lim turned me onto this series. It's really good. All right.
The Americans is a manga now.
The Americans is making it. That's awesome. I actually loved The Americans. That was one of my favorite shows. I loved that so much. I love Carrie Russell. She's one of my favorite. Like I loved her so much as Felicity. Like that was my favorite thing growing up. And until she cut her hair. Once she cut her hair, I was out. But she was amazing for season 1.
Who?
And you never saw Felicity?
Maybe.
Felicity is a show. It's about a girl who had this crush on a guy, and she never talked to him in high school because she was a dork. Until the day of her graduation, she got her yearbook signed by him, and she found out he was going to New York University. and she thought like he kind of had some crush on her because of the way he wrote something in her yearbook. So she followed him to college.
Oh,
And she went out. Yeah, it was kind of stalkery. And she thought, she was going to like try to like get her dream boy in college there. And it was kind of like an awkward thing for a while. And then the RA of her dorm actually ends up having a crush on her. And so then there's this love triangle that goes on. It's cute.
I found my RA on Bumble last year.
I don't know what Bumble is.
It's Tinder.
Oh God. Okay.
My RA was on there. It was fucking awkward.
Did you
No.
pick up on? Okay.
No.
All right. Well,
Mm-mm.
I never know. I don't know. Well, Felicity liked her RA. Her RA's name was Noel, and he was wonderful.
No.
Noel.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
That's,
You don't like the name Noel? Noel.
No.
Noel. It's kind of hard to say. Yeah. See, that's right. Season 2, she cut her hair. She had beautiful, beautiful curly, long hair, and then she cut it to like look like one of those like, modern chic feminist women. And it was terrible after that. Like everything about the show went downhill from that point. You can't even watch it. Became completely unwatchable just because she cut her hair. It's true. All right.
Extreme,
That was
but
Felicity.
Understandable.
Star Wars Adventures Smuggler's Run. This is the kids Star Wars series that's like made for little children, and it's outsourced to IDW. So Marvel actually outsourced and punted the publishing of their kids lines. I think as an experiment, because I think eventually Marvel's just going to outsource all their shit.
Is this
but-
like a Karen Chewbacca? It looks like some 60-year-old woman with blonde hair.
Yeah, the art's kind of weird on this. That's how
Really weird.
Strike the Blood light novel. So many light novels. Jesus Christ.
Telling ya, I'm telling ya.
Sunshine Sketch graphic novel. Wow. There you go. Don't care about that. Swine by Tyrone Finch. They're actually named Tyrone. Jesus left some unfinished business.
Yes.
What the fuck is that? Okay, I got to check this now. Jesus left some unfinished business, y'all. All right.
Is that a pig? That's a pig.
This is bad. I hate this. I hate the resting bitch face art where they like try to make everybody look angry and frumpy all the time. I guess that's a female. This is one of those men who can't draw women again. God, I hate that. Okay. I don't actually care about this.
Pigs. Hold up. What?
Wait, this is actual pigs?
No.
It's. I don't know. Zoom back in.
Oh, his name is spent 7 years in prison after being wrongfully convicted of the murder of his wife. Seeks to avenge her death and atone for his past mistakes, joining forces with his sister-in-law. They hit the road on the most pernicious threat to human history: pigs. Do they mean cops? No, they mean literal pigs. Pigs possessed by bloodthirsty, cunning, immortal beings since the time of Jesus. They are legion. Okay, well, so they're stopping demon pigs. That's kind of weird. Okay.
So, no. Okay, cool.
I was just
Continue.
pointing
I don't
out
know.
that the cover art made a pig shape. That's all.
Oh,
I
it
was
does.
Does it
pointing out.
actually?
It actually does.
Yeah, turn your head sideways. It's a
Oh,
pig
now I
looking
see it.
down.
That's funny. That's amusing. Okay.
Mm.
Pigs in
Oh,
space.
okay. Thank you.
Demon pigs in space.
Yeah.
Demon pigs in space.
There you go.
It's kind of like orcs in space.
Except better drawn somehow.
Yeah. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. I don't give a fuck about this series. Okay. This is how I disappear trade paperback. This is like the new YA style of
I
like
that. That looks
covers.
Really cute.
It does not. You don't glean any information out of what
I
this
like
is
how it
supposed to be
looks-
about.
I like how it looks. Not that I like what it says. I just like the.
It's
art.
bothersome. Like this is
It
how
looks like
I
it's like
disappear.
cloud writing in
What's
the
that?
sky.
What's
It's
that even
very-
mean?
What do you
It's
mean?
very
What are you
pretty.
looking for?
I like the flowers.
This is that it's like the modern YA book cover where like you have no
It's
idea what it's
something-
about.
It's something that like if it wasn't a book cover, I'd find like an aesthetically
Exactly.
pleasing thing.
It's
Okay,
this is for people who like the aesthetic craze that's going on right now.
okay.
It's
Where
something I put
this-
as like my phone background or something for
Right.
a short
Paints
amount
an
of time.
empathetic portrait of a young woman dealing with psychological stress. Oh God, shoot me now.
So it's a comic about painting?
I guess.
There's too many mediums. In one
Triumph
story,
of
but
the
thank you.
Wizard King. I don't know what that is, but it's a book 3. I'm out. The Undead King's Reign of Peace light novel again. Jesus Christ. Another vampire. This is a gay vampire graphic novel.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Vampire. Okay. Well, there you go. some gay vampires. But then you got a vampire hunter to hunt the gay vampires. Thank God.
And he is headed toward them. If you can
That's
see it,
good.
so
Yeah,
good cover placement.
that is good.
It's also a really good book to get into. Vampire Hunter D is probably it's right up there with like the new Castlevania anime that came out, the Hellsing. It's a very well done story.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is the Omnibus Volume 1. So this is a good time to get in on it, apparently. This is one I might pick up. This is something I'd think about. So
Beautifully drawn, by the way.
Vampire the Masquerade, Winter's Teeth. I love Tim Seeley. Tim Seeley's a good friend of mine. He gets hired to write these books that I have no interest in reading, though. I really hate World of Darkness. I think it is like the worst role-playing system. I used to GM it. And everybody who plays World of Darkness is a filthy degenerate and should be crucified. So that's that. I don't have strong opinions on things though.
No, guy from Red Bank says Vampire Hunter D is hunting down those gay vampires.
Yes, that's exactly what I want, man. I'm gonna make like an Islamic superhero who hunts down gays and eradicates them. It's gonna be amazing. Hi, Queenie.
Well, when the Taliban, be sure to put that out.
doing my homework.
Be sure to put that out when the Taliban gets representative rights in the UN. You'll be
my
all set
God.
then.
Oh man. Okay. All right. That was a joke, people. For those who don't know, so somebody's gonna clip that and be like, "Brr," but whatever.
They're gonna do that
It's gonna be
exactly.
Is that a mortal sin? Yes, playing World of Darkness is a mortal sin. World of Darkness is degenerate, and you should not engage in that.
It's the 11th commandment: Thou shalt not play.
So wait,
Yeah.
so because you were on there, does that make you a degenerate too?
I repented.
He's a Catholic now. That's
yeah.
how hard you have to go to
Now.
take it back.
That's right.
Oh, I see.
Oh my God, you should have seen the stuff I GM'd. So those chats, I GM'd that game, and like what happened, like, I mean, all the vampires, they wanted to play this, like there's this group called the Deva, I think it is. And they're all about being like sexy vampires that like sort
the
of like
diva. Yeah.
they're Deva though.
Right,
And they
totally
they're sexy vampires who like use their vampire charms to like sexually manipulate their victims. And so and these chats, like they would actually play this shit out. Like,
Yes.
and they'd get very graphically detailed about it. And I'm just like, please don't, please stop.
Roast
And,
for
like,
initiative for your facial.
Yeah, there were rules that they were supposed to stop and fade to black at a certain point in these chats, and they just didn't. They just kept fucking doing it. And this chat program was set up so you could have private chats. You could act like you needed a password to enter there. And so they do these in this private chats. The problem is the GMs could actually see all the chats.
Oh.
So yeah, so even though they did that, like I had to see that. Like there's a mage game too, and one of the life mages like actually like went around and like it was a dude playing a chick because it always is, right? And he was trying to like get like hot lesbian sex because why do dudes do this? I don't know
It's
why.
always two dudes fucking
It's always
each other.
two dudes. It's always
Hold
two
on,
dudes
hold on.
playing chicks.
Check your DMs, John.
Check my DMs. Oh God, I'm gonna explain. I'm
Okay.
gonna tell this story. Hold on.
Well, we do need to
Oh,
qualify
no.
this.
Oh,
People
no.
don't know. This is text-based online
Where's-
roleplay, okay? This is not
Queenie,
sitting
where's
around a
where's
table.
this at? Is this real? Can I show this? Is that okay if I show this? Queenie?
I don't care.
Staff furry erotic roleplay. Oh no. Oh no. Are you in this staff furry erotic roleplay, Queenie?
It's because the people who own the server
Oh,
have
no.
thus made me staff. Therefore, I have access to all
Oh
their channels.
God.
This is for context. This is the 4th server
Oh,
they've done something
fuck.
like this on.
Oh no.
they
This
had
is as
another
bad
s-
as the World of Darkness shit I'm talking
They
about.
had another server where they had a channel that they then promptly deleted because they realized how bad it was.
Oh, it's
It was
disgusting.
that bad.
Okay. Oh yeah. So the mage story, which is just the same thing. So they go into these private rooms, these men playing women, pretending to like be hot chicks, like little sex pots, to play their like lesbian
The weirdest
relationships.
is when it's guys doing it.
It's guys
I'm
doing
sorry,
it with
that's
other
weird.
guys, right?
Ugh.
And you could tell it's a guy because like chicks don't write this way, right? And I've seen it. You've seen it enough with guys doing this stuff. You the little sex pot guys who like are like, oh hi,
It's the
My
guys
name's-
who then do
my
like
name's-
lesbian things that freak
my
me
name's
out.
Jasmine. Right.
It's always some terribly unique and very feminine name. Always.
Oh man, so they do this in these roleplay games, and they did this in this World of Darkness, and this was like the official World of Darkness moderated game. Like, so I was a moderator. I actually worked for the company that was producing these games, or the actual RPG, and it's meant to be a tabletop game, but the online game, because like there's not always people running scenarios and all that, people casually play with each other, and then what they do is they casually play these like erotic relationships, right? And it's always dudes playing chicks being lesbians. And so one of the chick wizards decided that they could use their life magic, like to whenever they touch somebody, they would make somebody jizz. Yeah. And I'm dead serious. And so we had to ban this person,
Seen
of
that.
course, right? So I'm just like, oh God. So you would see this, and they would do this, and when I got called in to GM this, because somebody finally whistleblew on these people and was like, this is disgusting, and this shouldn't be on the site. And I'm like, okay, let me look into this. When I looked into this, they used their life magic to turn themselves into cats and turn their victim into a cat also. So then they could touch the cat with their life magic and make the cat jizz. It was that disgusting. That is World of Darkness in a nutshell. Yes.
Round of applause, everybody. Round of applause. That is
We're-
just wow.
We're talking two men playing lesbians to get themselves off, with like using the magic system to do disgusting things and making it into bestiality at the same time. It was like, I could not believe it was real. I was probably
That's a bingo card.
this was like, oh man, this is bingo card. So that is World of Darkness, and that's what I think of the World of Darkness players. I think they can go get crucified. So there you go.
We could start a crucifixion.
We could start a crucifixion. All right, back to the graphic novels of the week. We're almost done. Wandering Witch Journey. Oh God, I got to go. I'm sorry about that. I'm not going to get any of the rest of these books, I don't think. Woof
It
Woof.
doesn't matter.
Story
Berserker,
light
whatever.
novel. Yona, Youth Romantic Comedy. I got a haircut and I'm late, so I got to roll. All right,
you gotta
thank you
roll.
for showing up to the stream, everybody. Thank you, Queenie, for indulging me on my stuff. And the what we learned today is don't play World of Darkness or engage with anybody who plays World of Darkness, and be careful around furries because you never
and
know.
ERP means erotic, not electronic.
Yes.
So